How's it going, crew? This is Happy Days, and welcome to another episode of the Weekly Wire. Today we're going to be looking at something that is super useful to put in your boss arenas, and it's heart statues. And before you go, oh, what heart statues, Happy? I know all about heart statues. We're going to be more specific. What we're looking at today is how to maximize the heart spawning rate within your arena. Because you can actually, and I was having a play with this before, you can actually get a ton of hearts spawning at the same time, if you do it right. So the first thing we need to look at is the maximum heart spawns that can appear on screen or at a time. And a key number for this is that, a key number for this is that heart statues can spawn. There can only be 3 hearts spawned within about 36 blocks of each other. So you might notice I just separated a pile of about 38 ice blocks. So what we're going to do is put some heart statues on one end. So let's put one here. And then we're going to actually put a heart statue on the other end. So basically what we're doing is using the minimum distance required to have both heart statues spawning 3 hearts. I'm going to put a 1 second timer here and a 1 second timer here. Now, I used to do this incorrectly, so thanks for the people that pointed that out. When you're actually wiring your hearts, imagine it's a 1, 2, and I'm just going to show you here. Imagine a statue is a 2x3 block, and what you're actually looking to do is connect the statue in 6 different places to maximize the spawning. And you'll notice because none of the wire colors are actually touching, they don't link up, so you get those 6 separate connections. So again, thank you to the people who've done that. So I've touched it in the bottom right corner there. What I'm actually going to do is run the red wire around and then touch it in the middle. Then using green, we're going to touch it in the middle here. And let's run this around and we'll touch it on the top. And lastly with the blue, we'll touch on the top there and just come around to the bottom. Now it's more than likely only going to spawn the 3 hearts, but what might happen is, say you've got a few set up, it might have an option of spawning up to 6. So just depending how the timing's going. So that's going to start spewing hearts away. Let's do the same thing over here. And I'm really happy to announce a few mobile Terraria users have been telling me in the comments that a recent update has finally given you guys all the wrench colors. So that means you can all get involved, finally, in doing some of the awesome wiring stuff we do on our channel. So, congratulations guys. I'm just so happy you finally don't have to be messing around with, your one red wire all the time, which really sucks. Okay, so we've got our 2 heart statues all hooked up here, and they're spewing hearts away. And in case anyone's interested and you've noticed this little actuated thing at the bottom, it's actually from another video where I was making a secret base and showing you how with actuators. So that's what that is. Okay, so the next part of this, that's good enough just by itself, and some of you might be happy just adding that to your arenas. One thing you can do though is actually have more statues above it, because the 36 block width criteria also works the same for height. So what we're going to do is count out 38 blocks, so we're just going to put 1 or 2 extra to be on the safe side. I find in Terraria, normally adding 1 or 2, it can't hurt. I mean, it mightn't be ultra efficient, but I've never had any problems by adding 1 or 2. So at this height, the hearts that spawn up here won't interfere with the hearts that are spawning below. So we're going to make a little platform heading out here, and then just a couple more up, and I'll explain why in a moment. Let's put our extra heart down, and let's put a timer up here. So what we're going to do this time is hook up the heart statue this way. So we'll touch the red down here, So again, just same thing as we were doing before. You're just looking to connect the statue in 6 different points. So there we go. We've got 2 greens in separates. Let's put the blue here and the blue there. And that should have, yeah, beautiful. 3 more hearts. Got hearts down here, hearts down here. Now you'll notice I don't have my trusty ravens flying around killing everything in sight. And there's a reason for that. Because there's one last criteria with hearts, and that's that there can only be there can only be 10 hearts in the game world at any time. So, and I think that's pretty much a hard and fast rule. So if I spawn 10 hearts up here, then go fight the wall of flesh, it won't drop any hearts. You know, if I'm killing those little, I don't know what they're called, the hungry, those eyeball things that come off it. So yeah. So if you didn't just notice, I counted out another 38 blocks just to go up here. Remember, 36 is the minimum, but I'm trying to go from the top of the statue just to be safe than sorry. And there's an yucky corruptor, so I'll just get rid of that myself. Alright, so last thing, we're going to hook up the last heart statue and get this happening. And we'll go around here. Let's touch this one on the middle. And I always take a moment to clean up my wiring. Like, I didn't have to do that, but I find, you know, I think you guys know I've done quite a few AFK farms now. Not cleaning up your statues as you go is bad news. Now, you'll notice that it hasn't spawned anything. And I think that's because we've pretty much reached our heart maximum here. So there's 3 here, we got 3 there, couple there. And this one should now start spawning. So let's just wait and have a little looky-see here. I was just making sure it was wired up properly. Or is it because these... okay. I don't know if there's a rank system like with the mobs. But you can see, again, we've got the 3 hearts here. 3 there. 3 more here. So these ones seem to be going first. Oh, there you go. It's spawned a few now. The last thing we're going to do is actually remove the ice blocks and get rid of them. So we'll get rid of those. Get rid of these ones. And the reason for that is it gives the hearts a higher chance of falling down to you. Boom, bada boom, bada boom. Beautiful. And that's pretty much it. Now, really, you could have been making these heart statues on the ground if you wanted. Yeah, it really depends. Sometimes these will fall off the sides. Sometimes you might just grab them as you're going past. Really useful for bosses like Plantera, where you're doing a lot of moving around while you're fighting, and you just might grab the hearts as you're cruising past. You're like, yep, nom 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 nom. Grab some hearts, fly up here. You're like, oh, I need some health. Whoa, there's some more. Fly over here, get some more. All that good stuff. So yeah, alrighty. Okay, that's it for another episode of Weekly Wire, guys. Thanks for spending some time with me today, and keep those requests coming for things you'd like to see covered in the Weekly Wire, especially technical things like this that lend themselves really well to this format of episode. Okay, we've got a few shout-outs, and it's a bit of a Star Wars episode because, yeah, we've got Darth Vaders and Yodas in this one. So, Blendy Krasinji has asked me to say, gotta get my Darth Vader on again. Okay. Oh, I can't. I always laugh. How dare you? I can't do Darth Vader. Alright, Rockhog has asked me to say it's smart cursor, not smart targeting, because in the Serena series I kept calling it smart. It's this little yellow box thingo. I keep calling it smart targeting, and it's smart cursor, apparently. So, yeah. But I always say things wrong. You guys know what I mean. Alright, Callum Windsor's asked me to say in Yoda, so let's go. Let's try this. Oh, the force you have, young one. Okay, there's my Yoda. I was pretty happy with that. And to finish it off today, Pim Hasveld has asked me to say, narwhal, narwhal, swimming in the ocean. And if you know the next line to that, leave it in a comment, because I love Weevil's stuff. It's awesome. And the narwhals one's pretty funny. So, yeah. The second I read that comment, I started singing the song. I was just like, I love that. Alright, guys. Leave a like if you've enjoyed this video. Keep those requests coming in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't joined us yet. We're zooming along to 10,000. And that means another giveaway celebration. And I can't wait to do it. And as always, leave some requests for games you'd like in the next giveaway. Otherwise I'll just sort of come up with stuff that you may or may not want. All right, stay happy. Have a good one. Oh, I don't normally say that. Stay happy, and I'll see you next time. This is Happy Day signing out. Bye.